should be recording. Hey folks, Papa Joe and Grandma Rose here. She woke up. We are going to do what we call pickled chicken. Now, we're not going to do that gravy that I was talking to y'all about earlier. What we do, take our chicken, this is boneless chicken breast, and we're going to slice it approximately an inch, a little over an inch. I'll cut one chicken breast into about 3 pieces. What we'll do. So there, this last one's going to not be the best cut, but that was my bad. That's part of cooking. Things happen. So as you can see, this third one here didn't turn out real good. This one's a little fatter, so I should have went a little bit less on him. Now we're going to take those. We're going to put them in here. And I'm not real worried about them laying straight and all that stuff. I'm going to try to go a little bit less on this one. I guess I could use them scissors right there, but I won't. And this one, oh, that got a piece of gristle, something in there. Well, I want to get a little bit of that fat off of there. Throw them in there. Now I had told you at one time here a little while back that we've got one of them vacuum packs. As you can see, Grandma done vacuum sealed this. We buy our meat in the larger containers or larger packages. Then we break it down to what we need it in. And this is how we did these. So I've got 2 more packages, this one and one more in there. We're going to do them the same as that. So we'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, now the reason we call this pickled chicken is that dadgummit. There we go. Is that we use leftover pickle juice to marinate it. Now, that's quite a bit of chicken. Now this first time we've used it, last night we finished off one of our peppers. As you can see, it's a mild pepper rings that we use for our salads. I forget where Grandma got this idea from.
Off the internet.
So we have since started saving our juices, and I think I'll go ahead and put some more in there. We know it's going to cover it. And there's 1 pickle left in there. But since she came up with that and we've tried it, we liked it. It tenderizes it. It leaves a very faint taste of pickle juice to it, or pickle to it. A lot less than I originally had thought. And as you can see, I'm working as much air out of this as I can without making another mess. That's part of the problem with this cooking on the weekends and whatnot like this. I leave Grandma a hell of a mess. Now we have an unspoken rule in our house between me and Grandma. Whenever one of us comes to the kitchen and we have something like this marinating, you automatically flip it. On that one, as you can see, there ain't nothing to flip really. It's all, well, a little bit right there is not literally under the juice. So we're going to let this marinate for, what time is it, 1 o'clock? It's going to probably marinate for 4 or 5 hours. Then we will decide how we're going to cook it. We've done it different ways. She has done a breading for it, where she takes it out, does it in the egg wash, milk, flours, pita. What was the other stuff you used?
Panko.
Panko, there we go. And we've also just taken it out like this and cooked it. So we will decide. We have 4 or 5 hours to decide how we want to cook it. So if you don't want to just trash your juices, save them and give this a try. We'll see you in a little bit. Hey folks, we're back at it again. Well, that one's awful big. We're going to cook this 2 different ways tonight. And one way is going to be here on the George Foreman. There we go, that ain't all bad. So that's simple enough. Y'all know how to use your own George Foreman. Then we're also going to cook it in some grease. Oil. I got regular old vegetable oil there. The cheap stuff. But here in a second, when this is hot, well, let me put a tester in there. Now it should go crazy if it's hot enough. Like that. We didn't get our little screen out. We have a screen that we put on these pans. We got a little bit of chicken seasoning. All we did was pour this off of pour the pickle juice off of this. Let me just put a plain one in here. Let me grab one here. But we had poured the pickle juice off and trying to find a smaller piece. And we put some just regular old chicken seasoning on them. Now we're going to pause that so she can get her little screen that goes up. Alright, we're back. Always use your drain pans. That one's getting it in there. This is doing good. That's her little splatter top she has for skillets. Now if you look at this chicken, see how yellow it is? That's from that pickle juice. What time is it? It's 4 o'clock, so yeah, it marinated about almost 5 hours. Now this is some stuff my brother-in-law, grandma's brother, gave us. He swears by. We have used it, and we're using it again. Tammy, we need some more there, brother. Get all your sister, get some more. This bottle's about gone. It's an island thing down there on the island where he lives. I think it's a local made thing. We are cooking this basically 2 different ways. We're doing some on the George Foreman and some in the skillet. We've done this on the barbecue. We cut it up smaller and made chicken nuggets, and we've cooked it out on the barbecue before. It tasted great. We didn't roll it or nothing like we do it now. Grandma, first time she did it, she rolled it, floured it, and you baked it then, didn't you? And she baked it. So we love experimenting. So this is what we're doing to experiment with it and see what we like. We've got 2 different flavors going, seasonings. This has got just a chicken seasoning, wherever it went. I don't see it now, but just oh, okay. One of these, a roasted chicken seasoning. And then the second batch is going to have this. And yes, we will keep it separate so that we can check out the differences. So, alright, we'll show you a finished product in a little bit. Alright, we're going to see how this is doing. you're doing pretty good overall, Grandma.
I think maybe you need to turn it down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing about cooking. It's all experimenting. Let's check that one. For some reason, the top is warmer than the bottom. Anyway, it's got the marks. So we're going to flip it all over. And there we go. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, folks. Over here you can see where we done took some up out of the skillet. Now notice I hold this screen and use it as a protector. I've been splattered too many times. We have our second batch going in here. And you can see a little bit more stuff. That's because of the cooking from the first batch. Now let's go to our George Foreman. We have not taken these off yet, needless to say. We did flip them. Here, I'll turn that one over. Might need backup. There you go. That's what that's looking like. These are looking a lot more drier than those coming out of oil. Go figure. Why this is supposed to be better for us. That one sure got done. Now, do we need to wipe this off? No. Wait on the light to change or go ahead and put them on?
Maybe I want to wipe it off, yeah.
Okay. Alright, we're going to wipe this off. We'll be back. Alright, I'm back with you. As you can see, Grandma wiped it off. So it's pretty much nice and clean now. Couple places there that she missed, but I ain't gonna say nothing to her. I'm scared of her. Alright. I think he's the fattest, so I'm gonna put him down there. Now make sure when you're doing stuff like this that you get rid of these paper plates. Do not try to use them twice. They don't cost that much. I done threw my other one away. Here in a second I'll throw this one away. Well, there we go. We got that batch going. And you can see we have a regular plate that we are using to put the cooked food on. Now hers right here, I call them hers because it was her idea to use a George Foreman, which cut into it. You can see that's good and done all the way through. When you're cooking this, you can really smell the pickle juice. But you really can't taste it when it's done. Simply, the reason this works so well is vinegar is a very good tenderizer. So with all the pickle seasonings in there, it gives it that pickled taste. That's what makes it the marinade. Another good tenderizer is mustard. But we're not going to get into that right now. That's an outside cooking thing. So there you go. We're going to sample a little bit of this. The other chicken's almost done, so we'll see you in a minute. Alright folks, it turned out really good. So, and that is not dry. That's good stuff right there. There's that. We got a little bit more cooking. We got a couple sweet potatoes around here somewhere that we got to go with this, so we're going to microwave sweet potatoes and have a sweet baked potato, however you want to say that, baked sweet potato. That's the gist of it. This was a success. So there you go. Just a little thing for you to try. Don't be afraid to experiment. I'm trying to swallow that chicken. But yeah, don't be afraid to experiment. And I know that looks a lot darker on the video than it really is. So, hey, y'all remember, God love you and so do we. Hope y'all try some of this cooking stuff. Have a good evening. Bye.